What is up, YouTube? Jake, Spades Reptiles. Today's video we're going to be talking about our freeway project. We actually just got into this project, so we don't have a lot of animals to show off, but we're really excited about the animals that we purchased and kind of our plan going forward with this project. So stay tuned for some really cool animals. Alright, so the first animal I'm going to show off, we have a lot of yellow belly females that are just getting up to size this year. We have a couple females that have been breeding for a few years. We are finally getting to the point where we have 5 or 6 yellow belly females along with an ivory and a couple other things that we really needed to purchase some more males to go to those females. So what we did is we reached out to Reed at Tallgrass Reptiles. Most of you probably know who that is, but we really love working with Reed, and he's a really great guy. So check him out if you haven't. But we reached out to him and we picked up 2 males. So the first one I'm going to show you is an Enchi spot nose asphalt male. Pure asphalt. There's no possible yellow belly or anything with this guy. He is definitely asphalt. He's from an asphalt breeding. And so what our goal is with this male is to produce a bunch of pure asphalt offspring that we can use in this project going forward, so that we know that we're working with actual asphalts and not the yellow belly or asphalt. So the reason I'm talking about this is because yellow belly and asphalt look about the same. It's very hard to tell them apart, and so you can't ever guarantee that one is a yellow belly and one's an asphalt if they're both in the same breeding. So what we decided to do was we picked up a pure asphalt male so that we know every baby he produces is going to be asphalt or normal, unless we put him to a yellow belly. So that allows us to make hets that we know are going to be asphalt. So if we bred him to a pied or a clown or albino or something like that, we'd know that any yellow belly looking animals are asphalts. That way in the future, when we're running animals back together, we know that they are asphalts and we're not guessing on whether or not they're yellow belly or asphalt. So this guy is really cool. He's spot nose and Enchi, which we don't have a lot of spot nose stuff. And he will go pretty well into the clown project because spot nose, we know that spot nose in the clown is very good. Asphalt is very good in the clown as well, along with Enchi. So that was kind of the thing that helped us choose which male to buy, was we knew that he would go well into our clown project. Really neat, and he's growing very well, so he'll definitely be able to breed in the fall. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is how you tell what an asphalt is. So asphalt is just like yellow belly, and essentially, now this guy has a couple other genes, so it's a little tough to see it very easily, but essentially from their belly, you'll see that there is a yellow tint to his belly scales, and then there's also the yellow coming up the sides. And one thing that asphalt and yellow belly really does is adds these flames coming up the sides, which the Enchi and spot nose is kind of counteracting in this male, but you'll see on the sides that he does have some flames coming up the sides. The main thing is the yellow down the middle of his belly. So really quick, we're just going to show a yellow belly, a normal yellow belly. This guy shows what the yellow belly really looks like, and similar to the asphalt male that I showed. You've got this black coming in on the sides, you've got yellow down the middle of his belly, and then some of the flames coming up the sides. This guy is a very brightly colored yellow belly, so you see it just looking compared to normals with him anyway, but like it almost takes a Sharpie to the edge of the pattern. It is really helpful for some of these genes that have a lot of distorting type colors and patterns that really you kind of lose what the pattern looks like. It's more of just like blotches of color. the yellow belly brings some of that definition back in, which is what we are hoping to do with our clowns and our albino stuff, our candy stuff. That is what a yellow belly looks like, and essentially what I was saying earlier is asphalt and gravel essentially look the same. So there's no way to guarantee until they've been bred what they are. All right, so the last couple snakes that I'm going to show you, this snake is actually the other animal that we purchased from Reed at Tallgrass. So this is a pastel GHI Enchi Freeway. Freeway is asphalt and yellow belly together. So he is a pastel NC GHI asphalt and yellow belly all in one snake. It's going to be a really powerful male to put to our yellow belly females especially, but we'll also be putting him to some other things because Freeway and yellow belly are allelic genes, which means that they are different expressions of the same gene. So since this guy is asphalt and yellow belly, he is actually what we call a superform, which means that when we breed him to a normal, half of the babies are going to be asphalts and half the babies are going to be yellow bellies. We're not going to get any normals from him. Now the asphalts and the yellow bellies look about the same, so we won't be able to tell them apart. That said, when we put him to a recessive gene like an albino or a pied or a clown or something, we know that all of the babies will have asphalt or yellow belly. You can put an asphalt to a yellow belly and get freeways. The asphalt females are more valuable because they make the super asphalt, which is an even darker version of this snake. Well, the other thing about this male is we don't have any GHI, and GHI stands for gotta have it, so we needed to get into it somehow, and this was kind of the most efficient way for us to get into it because we needed to get into Freeway and we needed to get into GHI, so we bought it all in one male. Since this guy's pastel, he got a lot of white and kind of the washed out pattern on the sides. The yellow that's coming through in this banding, and actually as he's shed, we've had him for 2 months now, I think, and when he first came in, he was pretty much white with these little they call it freeway because this looks like the yellow stripes in the middle of a freeway. So he basically, he had that pattern when he first came in, but the sides and most of his pattern was all white. But now that he's gotten older and he's started to basically add, as they get older, they kind of start to fade, essentially. And that's actually helped him because his white has started to fade to yellow, which starts to show some of the GHI pattern coming through, which is these stripes coming in. And the Enchi is also doing some of that. I believe the Enchi is this back pattern to be more circular and more banded. He looks like he has little tiger stripes coming down him, which is, he's a very, very unique snake. We don't have anything that really looks like this, and that's just what's so cool about this industry is that there's so much you can do, and you can buy a snake that has very common genes, but when you put them together the right way, they just look completely different from anything else that you've ever seen. So really excited to plug this guy in next year and see what we get. I'm really excited to produce this snake over and over. That's all we have for this week. This video I'm hoping is going to be a lot shorter than the other two. I'm trying to get a good process here to bring you guys content while we don't have things hatching right now and stuff like that. So I'm going to just share our journey and be able to kind of live it out with you guys through YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all those things that the YouTubers say to do, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.